ठीक है? We're learning how to find the general or the nth term of a quadratic sequence. What we did previously, ये वाला formula was only for, this could only be applied to an arithmetic sequence. ठीक है? अच्छा, अब पहले आप लोग तो देख लो कि formula क्या है. And let me tell you, when I write down the formula, most of you are going to freak out. ठीक है? But it will start making sense in a couple of minutes. So here's the formula. Tn equals to A plus 1 plus d2 upon 2 n minus 1 n minus 2. ठीक है? Either you can memorize this, you can memorize the expanded version or the factorized version. That's up to you. ठीक है? अच्छा, what's A and what's d1 and what's d2? Let's figure that out. A is still the first term. ठीक है ना? d1 is the first difference. That means the difference between the first two terms. ठीक है? And d2 is the difference of the difference. ठीक है? So again, A is the first term, d1 is the first difference, and d2 is the difference of the difference. ठीक है? Okay. So I'm going to do an example for you guys so that you know how to plug in the values and how to simplify this. So let's take an example of a quadratic sequence. ठीक है? ये आप लोगों ने लिखी हुई भी है 4, 6, 10, 16. ठीक है? This is I think the third or the fourth example that we did. Next term is going to be 24, then 34, and then 46. ठीक है? Okay. So let's see how to go from 4 to 6. You plus 2. How do you go from 6 to 10? You plus 4. How do you go from 10 to 16? You plus 6. ठीक है? Difference of the difference is 2. And that is how we know that this is a quadratic sequence. ठीक है? Before you apply any formula, you need to decide first whether this is an arithmetic sequence or a quadratic sequence. Okay. So, what's the first term of this sequence? It's 4. So, A is 4. What is the first difference?
2.
That's 2. So, d1 is 2. ठीक है? And what is the difference of the difference? ये हमेशा same नहीं होगा. This is just relative to this question. Okay, so I'm just going to take these values, plug them in this formula, and then simplify. Okay, and then I'll have an answer, I'll have an expression which I will check as we used to earlier. So Tn is equal to 4 plus n minus 1. What's the first difference?
2.
That's 2, very good. Plus difference of the difference, which is also 2, divide by 2. And then let's expand this in this step. N into n will give me n square. N into minus 2 will give me minus 2n. Minus 1 into n will give me minus n. Very good. Now be careful. Minus 1 into minus 2 will give you what? It will give you plus 2. Okay. Now let's start multiplying the brackets and simplifying it. So 4 plus 2n minus 2 plus 2 and 2 will get cancelled, right? N square. Okay, there's no need to write a bracket here since it's just being multiplied by 1. Minus 3n plus 2. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention. Is there anything that I can cancel?
3 and 2 and will become minus n.
ठीक है. Yeah, minus 2 plus 2. That's what I meant. ठीक है. Minus 2 plus 2 will take care of each other and this will become 0. Okay, now let's start simplifying it. So we have n square. I've written this. So I'm just going to put a cross here. Okay, so that I don't end up using it again. Plus 2n minus n will give me what? That's going to give me minus n. Very good. And then we just have a plus 4 that's left. So plus 4. Okay. Once you've reached here, remember to check your answer. Following? How are you going to check your answer? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I plug in 5 in place of n, my answer should be what?
20.
It should be 24. Let's see if that's the case or not. So plugging in 5 means that you're calculating the fifth term. T5 means that you're calculating the fifth term. So that's going to be 5 square minus 5 plus 4. What's the square of 5?
25.
That's 25. Let's do it mentally. And what's 25 minus 5?
20.
20. And what's 20 plus 4?
24.
24. So far so good. So okay, you can do the same with some other value also.
Sir, what if it's minus 2?
What do you mean, what if it's minus 2?
Difference 2. If it is a negative value.
So we're going to take that negative value. Okay, we'll do another example with different values. Okay, I want you guys to copy this. A, N और D निकाला आपने? What is A going to be? 5. What's D1 going to be? 3. What is D2 going to be? 2. ठीक है? Okay, so you guys remember the formula? Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 times D1
plus D2 divided by 2 n minus 1 n minus 2.
ठीक है, so let's just plug in the values now. So the first term is 5 plus n minus 1 plus इसको अगर expand करके लिख लें हम तो you're gonna get n square minus 3n plus 2. ठीक है, you can memorize the expanded version also. That'll save you a couple of minutes. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled out. That's the first thing. ठीक है. So Tn equals to 5 plus 3n minus 3 plus n square minus 3n plus 2. ठीक है. So the first thing that I would do is plus 3n and minus 3n will take care of each other. They're going to get cancelled out, right? And then what do you have? You have n square. 5 minus 3 is 2 and 2 plus 2 is 4. There you go. And once you've reached here, what do? You check your answer, always. Okay? How do you check your answer? Let's say I plug in 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I plug in 3. Okay?
3 square 9, 9 plus 4
Is in fact 13. Let's plug in 4. 4 square is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. Okay? So there you go. Alright, I just want to give you guys one more example. I just need to make sure that you guys have gotten the hang of it. Then we can move on and do something else. Minus 1 plus 3 is going to give you 2 plus 5 is going to give you 7 and then plus 7. Find out the next two terms, okay? And then find out the general term of this sequence. I think I have this question on video. Yeah, so following the same pattern, plus 9 plus 11. So what's 14 plus 9? That's 23. What's 23 plus 11 is going to be 34. Did you guys figure out the general term? बताओ क्या आ रही है general term?
minus n squared plus 6n minus 6 I guess.
Minus n square plus 6n?
Minus 6.
Minus 6. Sounds... नहीं, minus n square नहीं होगा. What about you, Mariam?
So here तो n square minus 1 आ रही है.
N square minus 1. N square minus 1 तो नहीं होगी. नहीं. Nope.
n गलती हो गई साइन की n square नहीं होगा.
चलो देखते हैं. Minus 1 plus n minus 1 into the first difference, which is 3 plus 2 upon 2 n square.
Minus 3n plus 2.
So these two get cancelled out. ठीक है. So Tn equals to minus 1.
n square minus 2 होगा plus 3.
Let's see. Plus 3n
minus 3
minus 3 plus n square
minus 3n plus 2.
minus 3n plus 2. So plus 3n minus 3n will get cancelled out, right? Let's see. So we have n square. Minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. And then what do you have? सही कह रही थी आप क्या कह रही थी? n square minus 2 कह रही थी ना? नहीं, n square minus 2 होगा. Because देखो ना, you have minus 1 minus 3, that's minus 4. And what's minus 4 plus 2? That's minus 2. You get it? So n square minus 2 is the correct answer. ठीक है? In any case, let's just check our answer. So 1 का अगर मैं 1 plug in करता हूँ, I should get minus 2. So 1 square minus, if I plug in 1, I should get minus 1. So 1 square minus 2 is minus 1. If I plug in, let's say 4, my answer should be 14. 4 का square is 16. 16 minus 2 is in fact 14. ठीक है? So let's do a quick recap of all that we've learned, and then we are now capable of solving past paper questions. अच्छा, even now when I solve past paper questions with you guys, हो सकता है कुछ क्वेश्चन में आपको ऐसा लगे कि ये तो ना अरिथमेटिक है ना क्वाड्रेटिक है. ठीक है? उसका भी एक तरीका है, मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि वो हम किस तरह से फिगर आउट करते हैं. But first, let's just summarize everything that we have learned. What's an arithmetic sequence? What are the two words with the help of which we did the common difference? ठीक है? And what's the general term for the arithmetic sequence? A plus into d. Okay. And what's a quadratic sequence? उसमें क्या common होता है? Difference of the difference. And what's the formula for that? A plus
plus dd divided by 2 n minus 1 n minus 2.
ठीक है. This is for an arithmetic sequence and this is for a quadratic sequence. ठीक है ना? अच्छा. Now let's open up our past papers. Now have a look at question number 6. Question number 6, instantly you may think this is completely different than all the questions that we have done, right? And you are correct in thinking like that. It is. But इसमें जो background में जो concept चल रहा है, that is more or less the same. ठीक है? Let me show you how. Okay. So इसमें जो आपका pattern है वो इस तरह से नहीं है जिस तरह से हम numbers लिख रहे थे. ठीक है? It's slightly different. The first term or the first pattern is 1 square minus 0 square, which is equal to 1, and then you have 2 square minus 1 square, which is equal to 3, and then you have 3 square minus 2 square, which is equal to 5, and then you have 4 square minus 3 square, which is equal to 7. ठीक है? ये हमारा pattern चल रहा है. Now even the question is telling us to first look at this pattern, and then once you've had a good look, I want you to tell me what do you think the 8th line of the pattern is going to be. ठीक है? अब before we jump to conclusions, ये है हमारी first line. किससे शुरू हो रही है? 1 से. और जो टर्म हम माइनस कर रहे हैं वो 1 से एक कम है. ठीक है? अभी हमसे पैटर्न ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं. सेकेंड लाइन शुरू हो रही है किससे? एंड द टर्म दैट वी आर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग इज 1 लेस देन 2. ठीक है? थर्ड लाइन किससे शुरू हो रही है? एंड द टर्म दैट वी आर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग इज 1 लेस देन 3. सो फोर्थ, अगर मैं आपसे कहूँ कि फिफ्थ लाइन बताओ तो क्या होगी? फिफ्थ लाइन 5 स्क्वायर minus 4 square is equals to 9. ठीक है ना? If I tell you, if I ask you to tell me the 8th line of the pattern,
8 square minus 7 square.
8 square minus 7 square equals to 15. ठीक है? Did you guys understand? हमने क्या किया? We just observed the pattern and wrote down the 8th term of the sequence. अच्छा, अब एक काम करते हैं, अब इसका फॉर्मूला बनाते हैं हम. ठीक है? हम क्या बनाते हैं? हम इसकी nth term लिखते हैं. So according to the pattern, whatever line that we are writing, ठीक है? If you're writing the 6th line, this is going to start from 6 square. If you're writing the 5th line, this is going to start from 5 square. If you're writing the 4th line, it's going to start from 4 square. If I'm writing the 10th line, मिसाल के तौर पे 10 square. If I'm writing the 20th line, then it's going to be 20 square minus 19 square. Now if I'm writing the nth line of the pattern, then I know कि जो मैं line लिख रहा हूँ वही value square होके आएगी. So यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? n square आएगा. अच्छा, अब again judging by the pattern, I can see that the term that I'm subtracting is always 1 less than the previous value.
N minus 1.
Minus, very good, n minus 1, the whole thing square, equals to. अच्छा, equals to के बाद क्या आएगा? ये देखो 2n. नहीं, close, very close. देखो, एक काम करो, ये 15 है ना? इन दो नंबर्स को गौर से देखो, बताओ 15 कैसे आ सकता है? 8 plus 7 15. ये 9 कैसे आ सकता है? 5 plus 4. ये 7 कैसे आ सकता है? 4 plus 3. 5 कैसे आ सकता है? 3 plus 2. So that means equals to के बाद what I can do is I can figure out simply what n plus n minus 1 is equals to. So n plus n minus 1. And what's n plus n minus 1 equal to? n plus n क्या हो जाएगा? 2n minus 1. ठीक है, आ गई हमारी, ये आ गई हमारी nth line of the pattern. ठीक है? I want you guys to copy this.